Hello, these are my top 10 songs of 2024. I think it's 10, I haven't actually counted yet. I keep adding and taking some away, so you'll be able to tell from the title how many it is. I'm going to keep it a surprise for myself. And the first thing to say is, if I'm looking a bit uglier than normal, it's because I've got a new phone, which has a better camera. So I'm sorry for that. And I know if you're watching this video, you haven't listened to any songs that came out in 2024 because you were waiting to hear what my top songs were. And thank you for your patience. It's about to be rewarded with 10-ish absolute bangers that came out this year. And obviously, I haven't heard every song that's come out this year. So if you do know some that aren't on this list, please keep it to yourself. I do not want to know. I'm joking, of course. That's just a classic joke from me. It's nearly Christmas, it's the season of giving. Give me your recommendations, please. My list is not displaying great taste, I'll be honest. So leave me a comment with any of your top songs, or leave a comment roasting me, because I've had a lot of comments roasting me, and I do like them. They're mostly about how bad my taste in music is, which is fair. But I could do with some more that are more about my appearance, my personality, anything. Anything like that. I want to cry. Make me cry, please. I just want to feel something. Anyway, I think that's this video's banter quota met, so let's get on to the actual video. These songs aren't in any specific order, but I'm going to start with two songs that came out as singles in 2023, but came out again on albums in 2024. And they're both absolute bangers, so they're worth mentioning twice. First one is Cold Reactor by Everything Everything. I don't know how much of a song you can play before YouTube deletes the video and deletes your channel and comes and knocks down your house. So I'm gonna go for 1 second. And if that's fine, in my top songs of 2025 video, I'll go to 2 seconds. It's just prime Everything Everything. It's an artsy, upbeat, indie pop song with some weird vocals, weird lyrics. It's great. I have to say, the album, Mountainhead, that this is from, was a bit of a... No, not now, Tom, not now, Tom. And I do think ever since Get to Heaven, fans have just wanted Get to Heaven Part 2, which they pretty much did with Raw Data Feel. So I was hoping for either Get to Heaven 3 or Raw Data Feel 2, but we got Mountainhead 1, which is not as good. The next one, The World's Biggest Paving Slab by English Teacher. It's a song about being a paving slab and getting annoyed about people walking over you. If the title alone wasn't enough to convince you to listen to this song, then surely that description is. It's probably a cheap comparison to make, but if you like Wolf Alice, you'll like this because it sounds exactly like Wolf Alice. Literally, imagine Don't Delete the Kisses, change the lyrics so it's about a paving slab, and you've got this. Which is a compliment because Wolf Alice are great, Don't Delete the Kisses is great, World's Biggest Paving Slab is great. Next, this was my most streamed song on Spotify this year, and it's Risque by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And before I actually go into the song, I just want to quickly clarify on the pronunciation. I'm going to say Risque. I don't know if it's Risque or Risque. Quick look behind the scenes at the channel here. I went to France earlier in the year, went to a burger restaurant. The chicken burger was called Le Chicken, spelt like this. So I said, I'll have Le Chicken please. And everyone in the restaurant roasted me, even just random people. That's the kind of thing I can do. I can bring strangers together, united for their hatred of me. That's like my superpower. But you know what? I went back again the next day and I said Le Chicken again. But it wasn't as busy, so I didn't cause as much of a reaction. But I'm still proud. And it was a good burger. Le Chicken, good burger. Le Risque, good song. King Gizzard, the sort of band I've never really managed to get into properly. Most of their albums are like 1 or 2 songs off it. The rest I'm a bit like, what is this? I've always wished that they just dumbed down their music for people like me who can just easily digest it. And that's what they've finally done on their new album, Flight B741. Great album. I like it. Start to finish. Every single song except the title track is a banger. It sounds a bit like the White Stripes, Queens of the Stone Age, Rolling Stones, a bit of a 70s rock vibe. I could have chosen a lot of songs off this, but I went for Risque pretty much just because of the Hello Evel Knievel part. But I want to give a quick shout out to Hog Calling Contest, which has what I think is the best lyric of the year. Take back your coin, for I have no use. I'm happy in my own refuse. It's a song about being a pig, so it just works on many levels that. But sadly, this video isn't the best lyrics of 2024, it's the best songs of 2024. Like, did you not read the title? What's wrong with you? Is your brain broken, man? Broken Man by St. Vincent. I love St. Vincent, pretty much all of her albums. She's got so many bangers, especially her self-titled album. If you haven't listened to that, that's a banger. She's gone away from her like hard rock stuff. So when I saw she had a new album coming out called All Born Screaming, and the album artwork was her on fire, first song that came out was Broken Man, which is an absolute banger, and it rocks. I was expecting some hardcore St. Vincent, but what did we get? We got like 2 or 3 songs like that. The rest of it was kind of forgettable for me. But not this song. I remember this song. This song starts quite sparse, kind of drum machine sounding drums, but it builds and builds to this big rocking outro. And that's rocking without a G, by the way. R-O-C-K-I-N apostrophe. It even features Dave Grohl doing his favourite thing, banging things that aren't his wife. Luckily in this case, he's banging the drums, and he does a good job at it. I'm sure that Dave Grohl's reputation will recover eventually. You know, all in good time. All in good time. All in Good Time by Iron and Gold, featuring Fiona Apple. This is just a nice song. If I'm being completely honest, it's nothing amazing. It won't blow you away. Still good though. The one thing that this song has that most songs came out in 2024 don't have is guest vocals from Fiona Apple, who is just a legend, amazing. Her music does something good to my If you're not a Fiona Apple fan, I don't know what you think that is. It's just good to hear her voice again on any song. She could have been on any song this year and it would have made this list. Like, yeah, she needs to, I miss her. If you're a musician out there and you want to be on my top songs of 2025 list, all you need to do to guarantee yourself a place is get Fiona Apple to sing on it. And I'll guarantee you top 10. Or that's an automatic top 10 if Fiona Apple's there. Top 10, but not necessarily my favourite. Similar to King Gizzard, Fontaines DC were a band that I've never really gone fully into past like 1 or 2 songs from their albums. And the newest album, I still don't love it. I do like it, but I do love this song. It's just nice, upbeat, jangly, not a million miles away from Cemetery Gates by the Smiths. And even though it's pretty much just the same verse and chorus over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, the verse and chorus are great, so I do want to hear them over and over and over and over again. But if I'm being honest, I do think Starburster, objectively, is the best song from the album, and I would have put it on this list, but the inhales that the singer makes, they just sound so unhealthy. Like, he needs to see a doctor ASAP. If he doesn't see a doctor soon, he could end up in some kind of great cremation ground. What's that in Sanskrit? I think it's I love Father John Misty more than anything in the world. Yeah, even more than Radiohead, I know. So even if he put out an album with like 10 absolutely terrible songs, I would have to include at least one of them. I'm contractually bound to do that. But luckily he didn't do that. He put out an album with some of the best songs of his career. I normally like to give albums a bit more time to digest before giving a full verdict on it. So if I was filming this video a couple of weeks ago, it would have been She Cleans Up here, which is a great song by itself because it sounds like old Father John Misty. It's more upbeat, like groovy. But that song also made me go deeper into Viagra Boys. Obviously their big song is Sports. If I told you that there's a song by Viagra Boys and it's called Sports, I'm sure you can pretty much imagine how that goes, and it's exactly like that. Though don't watch the music video because I get really bad anxiety watching that when all the tennis balls are being fired at him. yeah, just listen to the song. And listen to Punk Rock Loser, which is what She Cleans Up steals the riff from. Anyway, Mahashmashana. It's no exaggeration to say that this song is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, ever. First time I listened to this album, I was on a walk. I got about 30 seconds in and I had to find a bench and sit down because it was too much. I couldn't handle it. And the only bench I could find was some really dodgy, covered in bird poo, all sorts of fluids, needles, graffiti, but my legs couldn't hold me up under the weight of this song. It starts big and it gets bigger. The strings are swelling, melodies are great, his voice is just like soaring. The lyrics about life and death and all that good stuff. It basically sounds like I Love You Honey Bear mixed with Isn't It a Pity and Death of a Ladies Man. And when I first saw the track listing and saw that this song was 9 minutes long, I thought, oh god. But once it starts, you'll get about 30, 40 seconds in. That's how far I got before you're like, 9 minutes is not long enough. Imagine you've just died and your life's flashing before your eyes, but it's just the good bits, and you're also on ecstasy. That's what this song sounds like. Right, well, I can't think of any more bad segues, so let's just get right back to it. By Waxahatchee featuring MJ Lenderman. I really liked St. Cloud when that came out, and I really liked Tiger's Blood now that that's out. And I haven't gone that much deeper in Waxahatchee's discography, despite that. I probably should, because both albums are full of bangers. There are a few from Tiger's Blood in the running for this slot, this coveted slot, but I went with Right Back to It because it's just a nice bounce, well not bouncy, a little bit bouncy, but it's like a chilled, a little bit of a groove to it, country, folky, indie song. Reminds me a lot of We Are Nowhere and It's Now by Bright Eyes. Great song, if you know that. This song sounds a little bit similar, not really, but a little bit. Plus this song's got MJ Lenderman on it, who also put out an album this year. And I'm trying to force myself to like it because I'm a wannabe hipster, and he's the type of guy that if you're a hipster, you say that you like him. There are a couple songs I liked on it, but not that many. Maybe by next year I'll like him. But now I actually am out of segues, so the next song is Mary Boone by Vampire Weekend. Who I actually just saw in concert last night. Today's the something of December. I saw them at the Hammersmith. I saw them at the Hammersmith Apollo the first night. I don't know what day it is. It's a late night. One of the best Vampire Weekend songs is Ya Hey. And for Mary Boone, they've basically gone, okay, let's take Ya Hey, make it a bit more poppy, get rid of the pitch shift vocals in the background, make the choir even louder. So imagine if the Smiths re-released Big Mouth Strikes Again without the pitched up vocals and they added in a choir, and that's pretty much the equivalent of this song. And it continues Vampire Weekend's streak where all of their songs with a woman's name in the title are absolute bangers. Hannah Hunt, banger. Diane Young, banger. Jonathan Lowe, banger. Mary Boone, banger. So I don't know what else you need to know really. It's got drums taken from Back to Life. It's got a nice twinkly piano. It's got a bloody double bass and a bloody sitar. You know that film, Perks of Being a Wallflower? The scene where they drive through the tunnel and they like go like that and go, I'm infinite. I don't, because I've only read the book, but I've seen a clip of it. Well the end of this song, when all the choir's there, the piano's there, the drums are there, the sitar's there, the double bass is there. This is what I play when I shout I'm infinite. The book was alright, I don't know if the film was any good. The book was alright. The ending was a bit out of nowhere, I thought. It was a bit, no, Poochie died on his way back to his home planet. Maybe I'm just a bit thick. Literature, maybe that's not my strong suit, it's more maths. I'm good at adding up my love. Add up my love. I'll keep, that's all I've got, I don't know. Clairo, add up my love. There are a lot of high quality bangers on Charm, great album. I was a fan of Sling, but I did feel like it was missing the groovy, depressing pop songs that Immunity had, and Charm's got them in spades. There are a lot of bangers on the album. I Don't My Love is the best in my opinion. It's got everything you want from Clairo. It's upbeat, it's groovy, but it's also got depressing lyrics, so it's pretty good. Plus it's got a flute on it. A flute. An actual flute, a woodwind instrument. Woodwind? It's probably woodwind. It's not strings, so it must be woodwind. But anyway, that flute goes hard. It's like, it's just doing its own thing in the verse, it's kind of vibing. And then the chorus, when she says I Don't My Love, and it goes do 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 do. That, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. If you do make music, another request for you if you want to get into my list for next year. Obviously you've got the Fiona Apple thing. Flute. Let's bring back the flute in 2025. That's what I want. Remember the song No Reason by Big Thief? The flute on that. That bangs. Anyway, next song. Gene by Hovvdy. I love the band Always. And I'm sure that they weren't the first band to stylize a W with two V's, but they're my favourite of the bands that do it. So anytime I see a band with two V's, I feel protective of them, and I send an email to Molly Rankin's lawyer. But I didn't this time, because Hovvdy dropped a banger in Gene, and I'll allow it. I don't mean this as a diss, I mean this as a compliment, because they do make good music, despite how much I hate their singer. This song reminds me a little bit of a lo-fi version of the 1975. Just in the way that he sings, it kind of reminds me of a 1975 song. Not the voice, just like the melody and cadence. If I've used that correctly, I feel like that might be the right word. So yeah, it sounds a little bit like the 1975. Not really. It actually does. Now I'm thinking about it, it sounds nothing like them. But the singer of Hovvdy is not Matty Healy, as far as I know. So feel free to be unashamed in your love of them. It's just a nice little 3-minute song. Bit jangly, bit folksy, bit lo-fi. Like Always, but in cowboy boots. If you like lo-fi indie, I'm thinking like slow pulp, that sort of vibe, then listen to this. Give this song a try. Don't give yourself a try, because that's what Matty Healy wants, and anything that he wants, we should be against. It's a shame. They do make good music, the 1975. Why does Matty Healy have to be their singer? Oh. Those are the main bulk of the songs I like. Now I've got some honourable mentions. And by this, I mean songs that were massive this year that I actually liked. I don't really listen to the charts that much, but every now and then I'll pop in, see what's good. You know, I've said before that I'm a wannabe hipster, so as part of my initiation into that community, anytime an artist reaches 10 million monthly listeners on Spotify, I have to stop listening to them, with no exceptions. With one exception. With 2 exceptions. Alright, there's about 40 exceptions, but apart from that, that's what I do. Don't forward this video to any members of the Hipster Council, they won't like this. This won't help my application. But just because the song's popular doesn't mean it's bad. Exhibit A, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
A minor.
Which is not something I've listened to that much this year, but anytime I do, I find myself smiling because I think it's really funny. It's up there with Lonely Island or Flight of the Conchords for a rap song that I've laughed the most at. I know it's easy to hate on Drake, but let's not forget that if it wasn't for Drake, we wouldn't have the video of Sufjan Stevens doing the Hotline Bling dance. So, you know, it's Christmas, let's have an amnesty. Next, Charlie XCX. She's very good at what she does. Not the vibe I'm after in my music, to be honest. But there are a couple of songs on Brat that I did like. The main one being 360. Yeah, 360. You might catch me bumping that from time to time. And again, that's bumping without the G. B-U-M-P-I-N apostrophe. Finally, Chaperone. Again, Chaperone, very good at what she does. And a lot closer to the vibe I'm after in my music. If it had come out this year, I would have put Casual in the top 10. Because that song is a banger. Quite depressing. Like a slow burner. You would kind of want to go like that to it. Yeah, she's got the hot to go dance, but the casual dance is just But that song didn't come out this year, neither did the album. And I've seen a lot of lists that have that album up as one of their top of the year. But it came out in September 2023, so they're off by like 4 months. But a song that did come out this year is Good Luck Babe, which is similar to Casual in that it's quite depressing, but it is also upbeat, and it's just a banger. Especially that bit at the end where it all like slows down, like it's all falling apart. That's good. And actually, I think Good Luck Babe is deserving of being promoted out of the honourable mention section, so I'm going to give it its own timestamp down here, or down here, I don't know what side it'll be on. So there you go, that's my top songs of 2024. Thanks for watching this video, and any of my other videos, if you've watched them, thank you for watching that. I do enjoy reading your comments, especially the ones like begging me to stop making videos. You're only fueling my flame if you do that. If you want me to stop, you need to be nice. If you want me to keep going, you need to like roast me a bit. You roast me, it's like friendship. You roast me, I'll roast you. We'll get a pint, it'll be fine. I don't know how many videos I'll put out next year. Somewhere between 2 and 5 probably. I think it'll probably be a few every song by blank, ranked worst to best. And that's not the band blank. It'll be 2 to 5 of these artists here. Who knows? It might not be them. It could be more than 5. It could be less than 2. It could be some artists that are not here. But until then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or whatever your cultural and regional equivalent is. Thanks. Cheers.